Y'all really were just an audience. The people that really thought that Lois Lane was gonna be a good character, really thought this show was gonna be something special, y'all really haven't been paying attention to the Western media and how things been writing in fiction, have y'all? When it comes down to things, there's always the righteous female character that doesn't take crap for nobody. Even though they're obviously in the wrong, they want to be proven right, and the show gives them that right to be doing so. And all that type of stuff. Like, you've seen this trope before. It has happened in multiple different shows of Western media. Obviously, it happens before. They all have the Kamidere kind of complex, except on the worst type of level. Because even a Kamidere in an actual anime can be proven wrong though. But even with them, and they can admit that they were wrong. But in these instances of Western media, no, it's either the blame is shifted on someone else, or they're still in the right somehow. I already knew Lois Lane wasn't going to be shit off the jump from what we end up seeing, you know, the first couple of trailers that they showed off for the show. I was like, I don't necessarily like how this is going. Why does Superman look like a twink? I don't necessarily understand like this. He looks like a person I could be, and that's saying something. But the internet was so whipped into some Lois Lane coochie, like it wasn't even funny. Like, dead ass, if you see me not necessarily interacting or thinking about or talking about a character that everybody else is just freaking the hell out over, then I think there's something wrong. If you see me not necessarily doing that with a character that everybody really like and it's of the Western variety, then something is very much wrong here. Obviously, take notes, children, because you about to get schooled in something. And if I know how Western media rates their women, it's only a matter of time before we see something called like Lois Lane comes out to be gay or bisexual or something like that, just so we can spike the ratings or something like that. That's not necessarily good writing, and you wonder why your ass is not getting paid over there in Hollywood right now. When it comes down to things, there's also one other thing I have to point this out, and I cannot necessarily understand how no one has seen this. Lois Lane just stole Videl's whole freaking flow, word from word, hair from hair, literally.
That is identity theft! We're gonna sue the crap out of you!
Their hair is literally the same effing hairstyle. Both of them has the Cell Saga Gohan cut. Why does no one point this shit out? And if we're gonna talk about tomboy, I like Videl's tomboy ass attitude more than I like Lois Lane. If I'm being perfectly honest, at least Videl can fight. At least she can fight other humans and shit and protect herself. It doesn't necessarily need Gohan constantly all the time. And now that she's obviously done that training and stuff with all these years with Gohan sometimes, you know, she could actually throw hands a little bit too. She doesn't necessarily need to be 100% completely protected, not because she's a righteous female character with the girl boss energy and tomboy as hell. No, because she literally has trained her whole life with her father to be that way, and literally, you know, knows what she's doing without the whole righteous stick of it at the end of the day. Lois Lane can't fight. Y'all really just said, oh, Lois Lane is a tomboy character? That's all we need to know. We won't make a whole bunch of genocide on her, even if it's completely undeserving. Her character absolutely does not deserve all that. But we're gonna make some bunch of content when it comes to her, even though, again, Videl is right here. I like my women in stories like I like my steaks. Well the hell done. I don't know about y'all. Y'all might like them running and maybe used in some shape or form. I don't necessarily know. They did this stupid shit in Invincible. They did this stupid shit when it comes to Harley Quinn. And they did this stupid shit when it comes to Ruby. Now you're seeing this shit in freaking Lois Lane. Again, how many times does this need to happen before people actually wake up and decide to A, change how they write things because it obviously ain't working, or B, people on the internet call these fools out on this when it comes down to things, because a lot of people do not necessarily call it out, and that's why we keep getting crappy ass content when it comes to the fictional media of the Western hemisphere of how we do things. You want to see a few animes where there's a righteous woman and actually know what they're doing, and, you know, not necessarily being in the same lane as Lois? Ochako, literally a hero in her own damn right, literally trying to save lives of people no matter who it is, and not necessarily kill anybody because that's what a hero is supposed to do. And at the end of all things, it's not always right on things, but she still tries to do her best for what she can do. And if you want to see someone with a Kamidere type of attitude about things, then look no further than Madaka. Literally someone who wants to see people work hard, literally strive towards goals no matter what it is. And at the same time, and multiple times in the manga, was proven wrong about how things kinda is. And she accepts that, and perfectly okay with that. and she's better for it. Actually can rock the short hair and make it work, not this $5 haircut tope type of bullshit that Lois Lane got. But when it comes down to things, to end off everything, Superman, we don't need you to turn into Injustice Superman, because honestly, you either gotta put Lois Lane in her place and make her back that ass up real quick, or just make her drop dead, because honestly, you gotta do something. If you ain't gonna punch her in the sky like you did every single person like you did back in Injustice and slam them to the ground and put them in their place, then you might be done for. Honestly, this might be the worst iteration of Superman. I'm not gonna necessarily hold you, and trust me, there's been worse iterations, there have been, but this one, ugh.